What's going on YouTube? So today my car just hit 30,000 miles. It's about that time for that 5,000 mile oil change. So today in this video I'm going to show you how to do that. If you're new to this channel, I do mods to my cars, also do general maintenance, and I show you guys step by step how to do that. So if that's something that you would like, consider subscribing down below, and let's get into it. For this, we're going to need a couple things. First, you're going to need some oil, so make sure it's the right one. Read your owner's manual. My car can take full synthetic, OW20 or 5W20, and this is 5 quarts for my 2.5 liter. And then next is you need oil filter. This is the Bosch premium oil filter. They have Mazda OEM ones. There's also Mobil 1 oil filters that are pretty good. So next thing you're going to need is an oil pan to catch the oil. This one's nice because it's a easy pour, so when you're done you can easily pour it out and then dispose of the used oil. Last thing you're going to need is a tool set. Not all these tools, just maybe one. You need a hex key to take off the oil drainage plug. You're also going to need some cardboard to put under the oil pan. The oil's going to come out and you want to make sure that you catch all the oil and it's not on your driveway or garage or wherever. For some cars you don't need to jack up your car, but since mine's right in the middle, I'm going to need to jack up the car in the front. So I got some blocks, some jack stands, and a jack, and we're going to lift the car up so we can get access to the front. The car is now jacked up and we're going under here and we're going to open up this panel right here. There's a couple screws, one screw here, 2 tabs, and another screw on the other side. For you Mazda 3 guys, this nut is actually an 8mm nut. And it also, you can use a Phillips screwdrivers to take it off too. So covers out. Now we have access to the oil filter and the drain plug. Make sure that your car's fairly cool before you start doing this, because if it's scalding hot, that oil filter will be burning hot and you won't be able to remove it. This is what it looks like in here. Here's the oil filter, here's the drain plug. This is looking from the front of the car. We're gonna drain this first, and then we're gonna pull this guy out next, and we're gonna do that now. Forgot to mention, when you're working with oil and any kind of car fluids, make sure you're wearing protective equipment. Probably should wear some safety glasses too, but because you don't want to get that stuff in your hands because it's gross. And not to mention that's safe for you. You need a T50 Torx to take out the drainage plug, so make sure you get one of these if you have a Mazda 3. I imagine they're really similar for all the Mazdas, so if you have 6.5, Mazda 6, Miatas, probably all T50s to take out the drainage plug. This one's kind of nice because it has an adapter for a ratchet. So basically just connect it to a ratchet and then you can pull out the drain plug. Make sure your oil pan and your cardboard are under the car before you unplug that drainage plug. So we're going to unscrew the drainage plug. The oil pan's down there and we're going to drain the oil. Once the oil's done draining, now we want to pull off the oil filter, and we're gonna do that by hand. Usually it's kind of hard, and since I don't have the tool to grab onto it, it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but I think we're gonna manage. Be careful when you do pull it off, there is oil still in there, so make sure that the pan is below and that you can catch all the oil from the oil filter. We moved the oil filter, wiped it down so there's no oil everywhere, poured out the oil that's inside. Now we're going to go up there and wipe down the ring where the oil filter was. This is so that we can put the new one in. Now it's nice and clean up there. So typically when you reinstall the drainage plug, there's a crush washer that you need to replace from time to time. This is basically helps the drainage plug seal. Crush washer looks fine. If you ever do in the future, it's not a bad practice to actually replace the crush washer. The washer right there. When we install the new oil filter, we want to take a little bit of the oil and lubricate the seal, and then we want to fill it a little bit with oil so that it always primed with oil before we put it on and install it. New oil filter is installed, drainage plug is closed, everything was done hand tight. You don't want to over crank it, you don't want to break any of the seals. Now we're going to add oil to the engine. This video is kind of a mess, but also you're going to need a funnel so that when we put the oil into the engine, hopefully you watched this before you went out and got all your stuff. Here's your dipstick, and here's the oil. So this says OW20, just like I bought. And we're going to open this and we're going to pour the oil into here. While the engine's running, you want to make sure that you double check that there's no leaking from the drain plug or the oil filter. So it seems to be good, doesn't seem to be leaking. Let's shut it off and let's check the oil. So to check the oil level, we're going to pull the dipstick out. Just gonna pull straight out. And then we're going to wipe it. And then we're going to put it right back in. What we're looking for that when you pull back out is that it goes up to the second line. And that it does. After 5,000 miles, look how dirty that oil is. So this is why we do oil changes, and the longer you leave it, more contaminants it gets, worse your engine is, and less your car lasts. So change your oils. So now we're going to take the plate, put it back on. Now that we know everything's secure and good to go, is almost our final step. 5 quarts of used oil. We'll take this to an O'Reilly's and we're going to dispose of it. Now for the leftover oil in there, you can't wash it out and run it down the drain because it's oil. So a couple ways to do it, just let it dry out completely and then you can wipe it down, or you can put some people use kitty litter to absorb the rest of the moisture and then dries it out, and you can wipe it down again and then you can dispose of that in the garbage. So there it is, that's how you change your oil. Hope you guys found that video helpful. It's definitely a good thing to learn, it's a good thing to know. It saves you a lot of money. So in total, probably cost me about maybe like 30 bucks to buy the oil and the filter. You take it to a shop, plus labor, it's gonna cost you close to 100, especially with synthetic. It's gonna be cheaper with non-synthetic oils. If you guys like this video and you found this video helpful, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like it, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.